go through here first is my second release of my stencil files. And so release number 2. As the last time, please remember that I am not selling stencils. I am selling the digital files that will allow you to cut the stencils to use. You can, some of them would work great as backgrounds if you want a background for a page in a journal, so you could cut them with paper, or if you cut them out of index divider, plastic, or other type of acetate, you can keep them and use them as stencils. And so I'm just going to go through this release. You can still purchase, okay, okay, just a second. I'm going to make, Vicky, I'm going to make you, wait now, my mod, who else can be mod? To share my, until Eileen gets here. Eileen is my mod. Oh, Xandra will do this. Open, because I don't know from producer if I can. There's Z, I made you operator there. I made you mod. If you could open my, Z, if you can open my links for me, I would appreciate it, because I'm using producer and I don't know how to open links using producer, using my chat room. Okay, so, sorry. What are you doing, Presto? Coming in? Hi. Hello, sweetie. I can talk to the ladies today. Hi. Okay, thanks, Z. I am going to post my blog. The first post is my new release. And, oh, Dorothy, have you cut any yet, Dot? Dr. Dot is the first one to purchase some of my new files. Now, I have a deal. For every $21 you spend, you get a free file. So if you spend $21, you get one free file. If you spend $42, you get 2 free files, etc. And you can combine and order, if it's in the same order, like if you ordered today or tomorrow, whatever, from this point on, and you order some from my first release and some from my second release, you can combine the total towards free files. Okay, so if you order $10 worth from my first file and 15 from this release, then you will win you can get a free file. So there is a form on the blog here. You click there and it'll open up to a Microsoft Word file that you fill in. Send me an email that the email is on that file. And then I will check your adding and check for that everything's filled out, so I'll know what to send. Then once I'll reply to you that the order is all ready to go. And once I get your PayPal money, then I will send out the files. Okay? Now, the first couple are a little more expensive because they took a long time to create these files. That's how I priced them, the length of time it took to create the file. These files were all created from scratch by me using Inkscape. Okay. So they are all my copyrights, my designs. Yes, I mean, obviously a basket weave design has been inspired by a basket weave, but they were all created by me step by step from the original Uh-oh, I see chat people trying to get in chat here. Someone throw out a couple of lifelines because it looks like chat may not be behaving for everyone. We have a few new coming. Nice. I will start saying hello once they come into the room. So there's my basket weave. All right, so this is a stencil. So when this cuts out, it cuts out all these little parts and it's left as a stencil, okay? A basket weave stencil. It's not a mask. I see you, Azzy. I see you. Oh, just a moment. I have to take my pills or I'm not going to be sniffling. I'm going to be not able to breathe. One moment. I had to wait till I ate and then I forgot to take them when I sat down. Ugh. Okay. So, all right. I've got the curling on too. I have to keep up to date on those. Thank you, Orla. All right. Hoping to raise enough money through my sale of my stencil files to be able to go up and see Jen when she arrives in Toronto. That's the hope. Hey, Kimberly. Welcome, welcome. All right, so that's a basket weave. Now this one is a mask. So notice it's similar to the basket weave, but I had to go in order to make it a mask, I had to connect all these lines that were cut out. Okay, so that is a basket weave mask. So these two are sold separately. They're the most expensive ones because they took the most time to design. Notice that I left some really cool ragged edges on both of those. Okay, so you don't get any square flat edges. So it looks like the raw end of, that thin wood or whatever it is that they make baskets from. Brush. So here's a borders. So the borders one is $3. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different borders on the one stencil. Of course, the nice thing about having a file and not buying a physical stencil is that you can resize them. Now, if you don't have a cutter and a friend has a cutter that, you can access or that they will cut things for you, then perhaps you can buy them. These are copyrighted, so I have no problem with you creating art and selling that art using my stencils. I mean, what's the point of having a stencil if you can't create, your art with it? And if you're a person who makes some money selling your art, well, then go for it. But I do ask that you not share the files with someone else. And if a friend sees it and they want it, but they don't have a cutter, I do ask that you refer them to my blog and ask that they purchase the file as well, even though you're going to cut it for them. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to send out police, but I'm just making that request that you do that. Hey, Linda Ray. Hello, hello. Hey, Zandra. Nice to see you. Sandra Kate. Oh, dear. Okay, so that's borders. Then we have some bubbles. So this one is a set of masks. So these all cut out individually, so you can have a mask. I was hoping to have these cut out to do some demos today, but I didn't get them cut. This has just been a really wacky couple of weeks for me. Last week I felt horrible. Not horribly sick, not really, really sick, but just not well. you know, low-grade fever, a little bit of a sore throat, a very husky voice, even more husky than it is today, although it's not quite perfect, but the sore throat's gone. But and then Monday, let's not talk about Monday. That was a weird day. Laid down to have a nap after Dee Dee, and when I woke up, I just couldn't move. I could not move my body. I was like, I can't move. I can't get up. I could not move. Fell back to sleep within about 30 seconds. Anyway, so then this is Bubbles Stencil. So this is a stencil with bubbles. We have a checkerboard. This is a mask. A checkerboard mask, $2. I know, Dorothy, you did, but I was just, I know, you did. I'm not very good at following instructions. I know, Dot, I am naughty. By the way, if you're watching the recording, this is being recorded live on ustream.tv/channel/music scrap. And I've got a purring leg warmer on my knee. Hi, Presto. Oh, she wants her eyes clean. One moment. And so I didn't get them cut. So I'm going to work on that for Monday, and I will demo them all on Monday. Oh, what are you doing, baby girl? Did you cut any yet, Dorothy? I didn't see if you answered. I don't think you answered yet. Dorothy has put in her purchase order. Sorry, so this is a checkerboard mask, and this is a checkerboard stencil. They match up with each other. So you can do like 2 different colors or whatever without having to move. You can probably do a similar thing. Anyway, this is Circle Frenzy, $3. Lots of little circles with some left, random left in. Ow! Dot! Smack! She smacked me. This is just a mask of different circles and circle frames. This one I call Equalizer. This one is, you know, the saying fine and dandy, so I called this one Fine and Dandelion. So you have the dandelions, you have the grass, you have the kind of wind, and then you have the wisps blowing away. So that is a multifunctional stencil, $3.50 for that one. This is hatches, cross hatches. Notice that I put on a rugged border around the edge there. There's hatches shapes. On this one, this border was made using this circular hatch shape, and this border was made using the star shape. Now these two are side by side because they come as one file. So if you order the linked squares, you get both the mask and the stencil for $3. And this can be repeated. I have put squares on the edges that it can be used and repeated, at least on the long side. Didn't think of doing that on the short side as well. Hey, Ange. You like the equalizer, do ya? And then this one's just called Noodles. You get the mask and you get the stencil. The reason I did this is so that you can use them multiple, like over top of each other on a journal page. So, hey, Ange. So now we have orbits. You get these are masks. The top two are masks. These two will cut out as stencils. This is masks. Sorry, this is a mask. This is a stencil. Hey, Jess. You wouldn't know how to use a mask, Orla? Well, I'll demo it on Monday, but what you would do, the way I like to use a mask is to do your whole cool background, right? And then put your mask down, paint black, and then remove the mask, and then you leave the background coming through the mask, right? Shape? Welcome back, Button. So that's one way to use a mask. This one is called Postage Cancellation. This one was suggested by Dr. Dot. Stencil. 3 different size postages. And then plus 3 extra different sizes of waves, longer waves. Hey, Kimberly. Then we have shooting stars. The stencil. We have square frenzy. We have sticks. So this is similar to the noodles, but it's all straight lines instead of curved and whatever lines. It's all straight lines. So you get the stencil and you get the mask. Stencil and the mask. This one is really cool. I love this one. I got this idea at one of Dee Dee's streams for the warp speed because she was talking about, she was talking about something turned out looking like, warp speed and, your Star Wars and Starship Enterprise. And I thought, ooh, yeah, cool. Oh, no, this one's Stitch Circles. Never mind. Wrong one. Just a moment. We'll get to the warp speed. This one's called Stitch Circles. It's similar to warp speed, but Triangle Frenzy. Hey, Janet. There's our warp speed. So there's warp speed. So it's like when you're going into warp speed on your spaceship. Yeah. So that is the end of that is my release number 2 stencils. So, I am going to stop this recording and start a new recording. I actually have to go, for those of you watching live, I actually have to go offline because I have to switch to Firefox from producer, okay? So I will be back.